What if I told you that I found some open air bone conduction headphones and ear hook earbuds that didn't sound like crap for once, that have more bass and power than you would expect? Well, here they are, my friends, the Orange Brigade, the creative Outlier Free Pro Plus on my left here that you can even take on a swim, and on my right, the upgraded Oladance OWS 2. Let's find out why I'm loving these right now. Are you ready? Let's do it. Whoosh. The Oladance OWS 2 retails for $130. There's Bluetooth 5.3 with AAC and SBC support as well as multi-point. And man, I really love this colorway, guys. One of my favorites, Martian Orange. 16.5mm drivers on each side doing all the grunt work. It ports sound out to this really large sound port right there protected by a grill. At the top here, there is a bass port as well as a mic port. So it's one mic per side for phone calls. Battery life, it hovers around 17.5 hours during my time with it at 65% volume. IPX4 water dust resistance, and each of these weighs 12.7 grams, so it's somewhere in the middle, but it's really well balanced between the battery compartment as well as the main driver unit. These are protected by plastic caps, really nicely made. I like the textures here. And speaking of textures, on the back here is really nice grippy liquid silicone rubber protecting a titanium core. This is very similar to what the Open Run Pro series do. But the build quality, this thing is solid, guys, really nicely made. Controlling the earbuds is through taps as well as gestures, so you can swipe it for volume, and also you can customize it in the app as well. Now, one thing about the case, it's really well put together, same materials actually as the earbuds, but this one doesn't have a battery, so it's really a charging station for the earbuds. You put them back in and you plug in a power source and then you charge it that way. The creative Outlier Free Pro Plus is a $150 behind the neck headphone, so similar to a Shox Open Run, in 3 colorways, and I chose this orange and blue because who can resist this color, right? Bluetooth 5.3 with AAC and SBC support and multi-point as well, so it's identical to the Oladance. Average battery life, I got around 10.7 hours at 65% volume. IPX8, but only if you use this little mic plug instead. So you hook this on here and you plug up the little mic port right there at the front, and then you're done. It's kind of a hassle and you're probably going to lose this really quickly. It weighs 32 grams and it's also really built just like the Oladance and also Shox with the titanium core right here and a lot of liquid silicone, really nice and grippy and well made, as I mentioned. There's also 8 gigabytes of internal storage to store your own tunes, and there's a single mic, as we mentioned here, just one for phone calls, and we'll check out the phone quality later on in the show. This thing operates by buttons at the bottom here, just like the Shox, and it has a proprietary charging connector. One unique thing that the Outlier brings to the party is this. Check this out. The ear hooks adjust. Yes, there's a pivot point right there that you can customize your fit. And here I was thinking that Panasonics and Sonys are the ones with complicated naming conventions, and along saunters creative with this one, the Outlier Free Pro Plus. Quite a mouthful. But we're out here doing the Bluetooth range test, guys, and I have a spinning globe by Kenji Yonezu playing on my OnePlus 11. I just started listening to him this week from my anime playlist. Really awesome. Anyways, we're taking these from the back of my house towards the side, and we'll see when we start getting signal issues. So where I'm standing is around 25 feet. I'm a little bit winded because this is not my first take, and you know how I run a lot with these. It should cut out right around here. Yep, around 38 feet. And then we'll keep walking. Oh, right now there's no music at all. It's just like just static, and now it's just dead. But I haven't gotten the disconnect tone, so it's just hanging on to its signal right there. How do these look on my head? Check it out. So here's a cool thing. We'll talk about this later on. These right here are adjustable, and so if you're running, we're back in range and media is playing again. If you're running and it's hot and your head starts swelling for whatever reason, and suddenly it's uncomfortable or things start to shift around, the beauty of these earbuds or headphones is all you have to do is just twist or just turn this a little bit, and you can dial in your final bit of adjustment and be on your way again, which is really nice. And these are super comfortable, super stable. So same song, same situation, the phone hasn't moved, and where I'm standing is around 25 feet. And let's see how the OWS 2s, how far they go. So this is where the Creative's exactly the same spot. That's what you get for Bluetooth 5.3. Exactly the same spot. Let's keep going. Thank you for joining me today, guys. It's beautiful out. It's Maine in the fall already. See the leaves? Oh my goodness, that means raking leaves are back in trend, and I don't like that. Oh, it just disconnected. I just got a bloop, bloop. Strangely, the disconnect tone is exactly the same as the off tone. So, anyways, let's see what happens when we're back in range. Can I play? There you go. You start playing again, so that's good. All right, let's try these running. I mean, I know how they feel. They're super comfortable too. So again, these, of course, spread out the weight of the earbuds differently compared to the behind the neck versions. And these, they have the counterweight from the front and the back, and most of it is spread across your earlobe. Really nice stuff. So you can be like totally like reckless in how you're wearing these when you're working out, jumping and hopping and whatnot, or tumbling. And these stay pretty, well, not tumbling. It's gonna fall off. Physics, guys. But yeah, these are super comfortable. It's like almost wearing nothing. There is a slight, I feel a little bit on the back of my earlobe right here, but my right side is always slightly bigger. So it is what it is. Maybe this is the angle we should start filming from now on. What do you think? I think this is more like for anti-social YouTubers, keep your distance. But I like it a little bit more personal. So anyways, we have the creatives on, and you can hear from the sound samples. It's rush hour right now, so hopefully you get to hear how the noise suppression algorithm handles things. It's not bad considering there's only one mic. So I would say it's pretty good. But one thing I have to say, and this applies to all open air experience headphones or earbuds like this, something to bear in mind is like when you do get a phone call, let me try to get in the shade so it's not like weird. When you do get phone calls, if it's really noisy, like if you're living on a street or using this on a street, it's not going to work very well. It's good for short bursts, short conversations, because most of the time you can't hear the other side. They can hear you fine for the most part, but you can't hear them. So something to bear in mind. All right. What do you think of the sound quality? So as cars pass by, traffic passes by, testing, 1, 2, 3. What do you think? Here comes more cars coming this way. Man, the sun is bright. Sun is very bright. Testing, 1, 2, 3. What do you think? So right off the bat, you can probably tell that my voice is quite a little bit more lifted here compared to the one mic setup on the Creatives. That was muffled, and this one seems to accentuate my voice a little bit more. So it sounds more pleasant on recordings. But I have to say, and I've mentioned this before, that both of these have to crank up the volume to 100% just to hear the other side, to have a decent conversation on a street like this. Any noisier, you can't pump it up. But between the two, I think the Creative has a little bit more gain compared testing, 1, 2, 3. The Creative has a little bit more gain than this one. So like for this, if it's 100%, I only have to do probably like 85-90% on the Creatives to get the same volume. But when I reach 100% on the Creatives, it starts tickling because it's bone conduction. It starts tickling the side of my ear here. So, you pick your poison. This is a little bit softer at 100%, and that one starts tickling your ears. So anyways, let's head back to the studio and talk more about both of these. Besides rocking lots of orange, another reason why I paired these two in the same video is how they sound. And it's not that they sound alike or anything, but both teams from both companies have been able to engineer more volume and bass than I've heard in the rest of their competition. Now, don't get me wrong, these aren't going to win any like definition or refinement awards, but if you want power while you bike or run, these should do it. The clunkily named Outlier Free Pro Plus goes about with what the industry continues to call, or really it's a misnomer, bone conduction drivers. It's really the loosest sense of the word. I got my opinions on that. We'll talk about that in another video or in the comments. But they're just really regular drivers stuck in an enclosure with nowhere for the sound to escape except to tickle your scalp. Now, aside from the Shox Open Run Pro, most headphones in this genre have weak sauce bass. Creative's approach here is to give bass that has some decent extension, but at the expense of highs. And shrill is the operative word here when it comes to the upper frequencies, guys, because yikes, especially when you crank up the volume, it's really gonna hurt. The OWS2, on the other hand, ports sound toward your ear hole and thus carries more clarity and dynamic range, plus also warmer bass if you like that kind of approach. And additionally, the Oladance app allows you to play with some extra audio parameters, including an 8-band EQ, which is really nice, but I generally left that alone or use one of the presets because I'll tell you what, the drivers don't take too kindly to any kind of significant tweaking. But overall though, I'll probably put it on par with the Shox Open Fits in terms of sound quality. It seems like my wish for Gumby bendy ear hooks did come true after all, because with Creative, they went and outdid Shox and all the other copycats by giving us the final say in custom fit. You want the transducers to behave more bone conduction-y? Go for it. You want more sound and also bass directed closer to your ear canal? Just bend it inwards a little bit more. And granted, it's not actually Gumby bendy earbits, but something more effective in my opinion, because in this case, it's an earpiece that adjusts on a pivot covered by a PU sheath. The OWS2 may not be as svelte as the new Shox Open Fit, but it's still bloody well balanced and feels secure on the ear. And in terms of style though, the Oladance with its chromatic outer caps and also the Martian orange paint job really looks the part. I totally dig this thing. And even Creative has been able to add some visual interest to a rather expected silhouette with the blue and orange color combo. For both of these models, we have multi-point Bluetooth pairing, so you can switch between two paired devices, such as listening to your music on your laptop one moment and then seamlessly answering a call on your phone the next. With the Outlier Free Pro Plus, you can swim with it too. The bendy earpiece keeps things secure while you're doing your strokes, and since water ruins Bluetooth signals, the headphone also allows you to upload your favorite tunes to the onboard storage. The only concession to being able to use this in the water is this, look at this silly little mic plug for waterproofing, which I'll probably lose in like a few weeks. And they didn't provide a spare either. Whichever of these you end up with, you'll have the kind of battery life that won't leave you with the sweats. You know, like battery anxiety. And also you will have water resistance that's good enough for sweaty workouts at the gym or quick wash under the sink. And in the case of the Outlier, some laps in the pool even. Let's be honest a second. There are plenty of much cheaper options from Soundpeats, JVC, and a gazillion other imitators on Amazon or AliExpress. If you don't need the extra features that these have or don't care too much about sound quality and all that, then go ahead. 50, 60 bucks is arguably the better deal. With these, you pay up for the added benefits. I'll tell you this. It's really great that open air workout headphones and earbuds continue to mature as they are, because like the Creative and Oladance, they take lessons learned from others and give us better audio dynamics, great fit, and some interesting features that's only found in this category. And goodness, check out the color options. Which would you get? I'd like to know down in the comments, guys. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. In case you haven't noticed, this is the end of the video. And show your support. Thumbs up if you like it. Share this channel with your friends. Remember to subscribe down below. And also, remember to do something loving and kind for somebody in this world. Because guess what? The world needs it more than ever. And it starts with you. I love you all very much. Peace out. And God bless. Whoosh.